So I took a couple of weeks off because I've been really busy. CPSRs took off. Thank you for that. I'm glad that we're helping a lot of you. Today I'm going to be making another formula that I intend to release as a pre-assessed CPSR because a lot of people have been asking for a natural deodorant. Deodorants not to be confused with antiperspirants. They won't stop sweat, so if you sweat a lot or your customers sweat a lot, then it's not necessarily going to help stop BO. But for some people they find it effective and they like them because they're more natural or whatever. So I've got all my ingredients. You just saw me gathering them. I'm using some mango butter, some coconut oil. There will be variations in the CPSR, so you will be able to change up a few ingredients. So if you don't like coconut oil, there will be an alternative. I've got some cetyl alcohol, some kaolin clay. There will be different clay choices. I've got some zinc ricinoleate. This is one of the primary things that will help stop odour, and also magnesium hydroxide powder. I've also got some triethyl citrate. Now this helps with the deodorizing, but it also acts as a fragrance fixative. So I'm going to be using this in some other things, which I'll show you a bit later, but it's a good addition to the deodorant, especially when mixed with the magnesium. So that combination we're going to try today. I've got some fragrance oil. You can use whichever one you like, or make it fragrance free, or use essential oils. Just check if for guidance, because you have to stay within safe usage levels dependent on what area you're applying it to. We've got some candelilla wax. You could use beeswax, but if you want to be vegan friendly, then candelilla's a good choice. And some vitamin E. And then I have these containers. So I got these tiny little containers just off Amazon, and like those white ones I had a while ago, if I can get the bottom off them, the bottom comes off, so you can fill them from the bottom, and then when you take the lid off, there is a little sort of round dome shape inside the lid to give it that nice dome when it's in the sticks. So I thought those were quite nice. We're going to fill a couple of those. They're not very big, but for testing purposes and testing out fragrances, it's just the right kind of size. So we're going to do that now. Okay, so I've skipped a little bit of time because I've weighed it out already, because let's face it, weighing stuff on camera is a bit boring. So in this beaker we have all of the ingredients that I mentioned earlier that go in the heated phase. So that is, if I remind myself with a sheet of paper, because my memory is terrible, is the coconut oil, which you will be able to swap out for something else, so don't worry if you don't like coconut. Magnesium hydroxide powder, candelilla wax, cetyl alcohol, butter of choice, which in my case is going to be mango butter, and zinc ricinoleate. And this needs to be heated in a water bath to melt all this down. The magnesium hydroxide will not melt, just know that it'll sort of disperse and this will become a sort of paste. So let's go do that. So this is a pan of 1 to 2 inches of water, and then we just put our heat-proof beaker with our heated oil phase in here, turn this on, and then we let this melt down. It looks very full at the moment, but the coconut oil will melt down a lot. All of this will melt down a lot, and then it'll sort of settle a bit lower down. So now we wait. So while that's doing its melting thing, I thought I'd have a chat to you about soap. Because what I've been doing over the past week, as well as like all of your CPSRs, is writing a pre-assessed cold process soap CPSR. And this has been really, really highly requested, and I wanted to do it right for you guys. I wanted to make sure that it was a really cost-effective bar to make, but also performed just as well as the ones that I sell, which are made of what are now the very expensive oils and butters. I wanted it to be just as creamy and lathery and bubbly and just everything you want from a soap, but also like really hard bar that lasts a long time. And I think I've done it. Well, I have done it. And I've also created a whole flexible assessment around that. Excuse the noise from the melting thing. So what it includes is a base recipe, but you can also swap out a percentage of the oils. This means those of you that don't like coconut oil can swap it out. So we have that option. We've also got a load of different variants you can add, just to make it completely your own, and it's all assessed and completely safe. What I've also done is something a bit special, which I can't mention until it's launched. Hopefully it will be launched maybe by the time you see this video, maybe a little bit after, but I'm going to include something with this CPSR that is just going to make your life so much easier. Look out for that. It'll be such a good price for what you're getting, and you'll be able to make so many different soaps with this formula. And I really, really hope you'll enjoy it, because it is such a nice bar of soap, this one. It really is. And I'll probably insert some footage, if I haven't already, of me using it. There you go, that's the soap. Hopefully you'll like that. That is coming soon. So how are we doing with this? Well, we're getting there, but candelilla wax does take a long time to melt, especially when it's combined with all of these things. So we just need to be patient and let it keep going for a bit longer. Stirring it will help. We have our mixture. That is all melted except for the magnesium, which it just it's a powder. It's not going to melt. So here we go. We have our cool down phase. None of these ingredients that I have are affected by the temperature, so we can just pour these in. Yes, that includes vitamin E. It can actually go in the heated phase. So we're going to do that and mix it really quickly. Obviously there is a bit of a temperature difference. This doesn't mean you can put these ingredients in the heated phase, but they are okay going in afterwards, just to clarify. Mix that in really well. A bit like if you were doing a perfume or a candle or something, where you mix for a little while just to make sure that it's completely incorporated. Now this is where I'm going to go and get a whisk. I have this guy because when I put the powder in, we're going to need to really mix it up properly, so let's do that. This is our kaolin clay. When you get the assessment, you'll be able to pick different clays and additives like this, whichever you prefer, because I know some people have allergies to certain things. Mix that in. We're using a whisk just to break up the powder and make sure that it's incorporated well. It's not to introduce lots of air to it, so make sure you don't go too close to the surface and incorporate loads of bubbles. When you feel like the whisk has done its job, you can switch back to your stirrer, because we don't want this all aerated. Obviously this is a DIY designed for home crafters, home sellers, so obviously if you're in a lab you'd have much better equipment. If you are selling a lot of this and you want to invest in really good stirrers and things like that, then by all means do. Now we do want this to cool a little bit, because you don't really want to fill your containers too hot. So it's currently sitting at about 66 degrees. I do want this to come down to about 50 before I fill the containers. So we'll just continue mixing a little bit. So we're now easily under 50. That's fine. The reason we want to pour under 50 for most cosmetics is for stability reasons, because especially when this is quite fluid, If you pour it too hot, some of the heavier like powders and things can fall to the bottom and you'll have an uneven distribution and the formula will be unstable. It can also affect the packaging. If the packaging can't take that kind of temperature, it could warp it, all sorts of things. So generally under 50, if it's something that needs to remain liquid to pour, close to 50 is all right, as long as your container can take it. If you can manage to fill at room temperature, that's ideal. So let's get these filled now. This is okay for these, and we're just going to pour straight in from the top where you've got that opening there, trying not to make too much of a mess, like that. And then once that's filled, we're going to leave the bottom off at the moment. Just do that, and then let's fill this where you can see it. Like so, and there we go. Right, now these are, obviously I've got a lot left. I'm going to package this up in a container. I can distribute it in different ways later. This is basically my stability batch now, as well as these, which are going to go into the fridge. And once these have set, we will put the bottoms on, take the lid off, see what they look like and give them a test. These have come out of the fridge. Sit there for a little while because you need to make sure they're solid. Take that little dome thing off carefully and then you have a nice domed deodorant, and you can twist it up from the bottom and then it just glides on really beautifully and then dries down as you wear it, and they smell good. I did these in sort of an orange and ginger, and then I used raw virgin coconut oil, so you get the coconut, the orange and the ginger. It's very nice. But there you go, deodorant sticks. They're very easy to make. They're pretty foolproof. Like I said, they're not antiperspirants, so if you want a deodorant for your range, then these are a good option. If you want an antiperspirant, these won't be for you. Antiperspirants do need the aluminium ingredient in them. I may do those in future, but for now, these seem to be the most popular. So this is what we're offering. You can find that over on our website. So I kind of stopped filming because I intended to make some other things and then didn't get around to it because I was working on CPSRs. So I think I'm going to end this week's video here, and then there will be a Patreon exclusive coming very soon. And also I've got some other things for on here, so keep a lookout for those. If you want the deodorant pre-assessed CPSR, that is available via the link down below. If you want a custom CPSR for your own formula, we do those too. We can also do all of your admin now. And if you want exclusive access to all of my formulations from YouTube, then those you can find on Patreon, along with you can message me and all of that stuff. So until the next video, bye bye and thanks for watching.